and welcome. My name is Adam Norman. I'm the CEO here at MIM. MIM is the professional body for IT Major Incident Management. We're privileged to serve clients in more than 90 countries around the world with our global best practice in IT Major Incident Management, training and certification programs. So this is going to be a really quick one today. What I want to talk about is the 2 reasons that we as major incident professionals communicate when running a major incident. And this might seem a bit simple, but bear with me. Reason 1, to get action. So when we're trying to get action, we need to make sure that it's clear. So with stakeholders, often we don't necessarily get the benefit of phone calls and having proper dialogue. Sometimes our single touch point is a digital one, so it might be an email message or something sent via electronic means. But we need to be really clear if we're asking for action. So to get action is number 1. Now, number 2, impart information. Again, that sounds really simple. So the purpose in particular of issuing formal comms is to impart information and to build and maintain stakeholder confidence. But think about this. Most of you will agree that a primary reason for issuing comms is to impart information. But if I send out, let's say I've done a great job, initial 15-minute comms, I've sent that out, it's good, it imparts information, it is informative, people understand we've mobilised the operation and that we are investigating. We get half an hour in, we send an update comms, again, very good. Now let's say the major incident's dragged on for a while and let's say an engineer needs to attend a site, for example, and they actually have a long journey, so therefore the last update I issued just says engineer attending site. If I issue the next update comms and that also says engineer attending site or still attending site, it says the same thing as the previous update. Have I done one of those 2 things? Have I imparted information and given them new information, or have I requested action? No. So isn't it interesting how, I mean, it's accurate. We've not done something that isn't accurate. But what's interesting about that is that's when you see stakeholder confidence issues manifest. So stakeholder confidence issues, as I've talked about in other videos, you often see stakeholders jumping on a bridge call, potentially trying to take control of that bridge call. You see them going direct to technical staff, circumnavigating the major incident professional and pulling that technical resource and the brain power off the major incident call. You might see them escalate to a major incident manager's line management or someone senior, which obviously pulls them from whatever they were doing and undermines the major incident manager. And there are many other things that can be observed, but normally when you see those things occur and those behaviours manifest, what you need to think about is stakeholder confidence. Somewhere the stakeholders have lost confidence, or those people who are exhibiting those behaviours have either lost confidence or never had it established in the first place. And so the interesting thing that I'm talking about here about imparting information, we may not have done anything wrong in terms of issuing that communication, but if issuing the same communication that we previously issued with no new information, we're not imparting information, means that stakeholders lose confidence or stakeholders' confidence is slightly knocked, and then we see all of those behaviours that I've talked about manifesting, it's a problem. All those things slow down the major incident, they cause more hassle, they undermine the work that we are doing. So it's really interesting to think about. So a lot of people say, well, what are you supposed to do? Well, there's many situations where you will have layers of information. When we issue comms, typically we're talking at quite a high level, we're not going right down into the detail. I'm certainly not talking about misleading anyone. We would never do that, particularly in the communications that we issue. However, there are bits of information that we already have that we have not shared with stakeholders. And leveraging that and taking it down a level of detail to either actions currently happening or things that have happened, and giving them more information, imparting that information, is extremely valuable. And you find that by including that and doing one of those 2 things, imparting information or looking to get action from the information that you issue, is extremely powerful at maintaining stakeholder confidence, therefore negating any of those behaviours or actions that we see from stakeholders that would be less than desirable. So as I mentioned, just a quick one, but to recap, 2 reasons we communicate as a major incident professional: to impart information or to get action. Whenever you are issuing comms, ask yourself, am I doing one of those 2 things? Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's valuable. See you next time.